Hello, everybody. My name is Sandanez. Welcome to a special little info video for the Storm League Season 1, uh, Week 6 edition, I guess. With me is Edo.
What's up? Hey
Hello.
guys.
We're going to go and get right into the kind of like how the different Week 6 changes work, right?
Yeah. Um. So week 6, we're allowing people to change their characters, right?
hmm That is up to two people, not, and they cannot be um,
Team mascots.
your team mascots.
And I think those are listed somewhere in the or the rules or something.
In
I
the
don't.
rules, there is a list for each of them. I will just, for courtesy's sake, I will list them here, so that you cannot say that you didn't fucking see it. Akatsuki's is Pain, Geezer's is Hanzo, Femme Fatale's is Ino Greninja War, Sakage Summit's is Hashirama Alive, Minor Village United is Oshimaru, Uchiha's is Sarada Boruto rather. Um, Jinchuriki's is Naruto Rikudo, Foreign Nations is Gara Everyday, Sugar Rushes is Sasuke PPS. Bifocals is Neji Greninja War. Konoha 11s is Shikamaru Greninja War. And Hidden Leaf is Sarutobi. So that's the things in which you'll have. You cannot drop those for week 6, but any of the other guys are fine.
Yeah.
Uh, Very quickly, there is something that needs to be stated. The characters that get dropped, because we're doing a system that favors. Oh, sorry, we should talk about how the draft works, right? It's gonna go from smallest master list to biggest master list. Um, and the way that this is gonna work is that if you drop, when you get to the chat, right, you're gonna have access to it, and you're gonna say, I want to drop X character for X other character, and that character will inherit that character's benches and things like that. The actions that you can do are to end your draft, to add and drop a character, or to hold a pick or both of your picks for the next round. That's important because characters that get dropped in the first round will be only available in the second round, and the characters dropped in the second round will not be available until the end of the season.
Okay.
It's just to favor the bottom over the top. Um, yeah. So that's how the generalized changes work. The specific order in which we are.
I think
I thought we swapped to doing.
that was in the announcements. I think or
Yeah.
rules or
Yeah, but we changed that recently.
Oh, okay.
Uh, the draft order is going to be Akatsuki with the smallest roster, Sakage Summit, Minor Villages United, Geezers. Oh no, sorry, it is based on win rate, right? Yeah, it's based
Yeah,
on win rate. Sorry, let me check
I
the
think
fucking standings.
I
Master List
think
is for the
that
postseason. My bad.
yeah, you said.
Sorry, I'm dealing with a lot of fucking paperwork right now. The standings officially, the draft order is going to be 4 Great Nations, Jinchuriki, Minor Villages United, Bifocal Brawlers, 5 Kage Summit, Uchiha, Konoha 11, Femme Fatale, Sugar Rush, Hidden Leaf, Geezers, Akatsuki. This is actually not the final. I fucked up. This is not the final draft because we need to add in week 5, right?
Yeah.
But
Uh.
that is what it would be right now as of week 4. For example, all that is just when you look at the standings page. No. When you look
Okay.
at the standings page, it's going to be very simply look at the bottom of the list on the right side of the standings page to the top of the list. So from the PP yellow to the poo poo brown. That's how we're doing it. Next up would be the teams leaving the league. We thought a lot about this. We wanted to make sure that you guys had time to kind of draft your teams and make the best out of your season before we announce this. Edo, what 2 teams are leaving the league, and for who?
So we have Geezers leaving, and believe Jinchuriki.
Jinchuriki.
Yes. And they are leaving for Ghostbusters, which is kind of a callback to Jump Force League, if anyone knows that. And the other one's
Uzumaki Clan.
Uzumaki Clan, that's right.
Those two teams, again, to kind of reiterate, is that we wanted to make sure that there was a team of people who were resurrected with the Edo Tensei or knew the technique very famously.
Yeah, so those, I think there's only 3 on there for them.
It's
which
Kabuto
is,
Snake Cape, Kabuto Sage Mode, and Orochimaru.
And Tobirama.
Oh, and Tobirama, so 4.
Yeah.
But those are the 4 people that like know how to use the Edo Tensei. Everyone else on that master list is all people who were resurrected with Edo Tensei. Notably, this does not take people who are resurrected with the Rinnegan. Or the Paths of Pain, or something like that.
Yeah, so Pain's not on there. I think he's the only one that's...
Pain's the...
Because he's kind of more like a puppet.
He's an extension of
Nagato.
That's pretty much everything for the week 6 changes, right?
Yeah, and the teams coming in will be next season.
Yes,
yeah,
that'll be next. Oh right, shit! I should actually announce this. After the week 6 changes, the staff will open up a kind of preliminary thing where the staff and a select few other people will be able to test for those teams with we'll be able to test for those teams, basically. It's so that those teams aren't entering a season with no testing.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit of things to make it fair for them. And in terms of the next thing that'll affect them is Season 2 changes stuff. You want to handle those top to bottom or what's that?
Yeah, so if we look at those, firstly, we have, I believe, the reset. You and Macho, I believe, talked about how that'll affect the new teams, correct? How they will. Do you want to talk about that, or?
Yeah. So each team is going to be able to, each current team, not the 2 new teams, are going to be able to keep 2 of their roster that is currently on their team after these 6 changes. They're going to be able to keep up to 2 of them.
So they can take none.
You can take none. You can take 1. It does not matter. The rest of them will go into the free agent pool, and we will enter into a draft. The biggest difference here between you guys and the 2 new teams is that the 2 new teams are getting a small concession for not having existed. They're going to get 1 free unit from the pool before you guys are allowed to draft, and they're going to draft before you.
And then also, this is kind of just self-explanatory, but the teams that are going away, they're going into the pool.
Yes, all those guys are immediately considered.
Okay.
That being said, we mentioned the term there, free agent pool. Free agents are a system that allows you to pick up somebody after the draft. Oh, by the way, actually, fuck that. Hold on, the draft is going to be in that order we were talking about earlier, which is bottom master list to top master list. And that order, let me fucking pull that up because now I'm fucking smart. I can do that. I have to pull that shit up again because I closed it. I sue.
Probably Akatsuki.
It's Akatsuki for sure. I just gotta like find the shit. There it is. Alright. I ordered this already. There's Akatsuki, then Kage Summit, then Mount Village United, Geezers, Femme Fatale. Geezers, by the way, is leaving, so I won't be there. Uchiha, Jinchuriki, who's not there and will be leaving. Four Great Nations, Sugar Rush, Konoha 11, Bicoastal Brawlers, Hidden Leaf. Right, that is the draft order, not including the 2 new teams.
Yeah.
2 new teams will draft before you guys. Like, not fully, but just like in each round.
They'll get drafted.
before you guys.
Yeah.
And more like specifics about that and that draft will come out later as time goes. Right now, it's just that's how it is, right? The next big thing is that free agent we talked about. Free agents, after that draft, there's going to be a bunch of characters left over, and you guys are going to be able to pick a character that does not have to fit your master list, and they will be added to your team for the season.
And then between the first week and week 6, you're gonna have a new bench. Basically, it's called the free agent bench, and you'll pick one. It doesn't have to be the free agent; it can be any character. I don't know if we said anything about the mascot not being that, but
No, they can be it.
okay. But the that person will be benched until week 6, where you can choose to bring them back on, or you can keep them off, basically.
Yeah, basically, because we only allow 5 people per team, this 6th person will be either on the bench chilling, or he'll be on the team doing random things. So, one person from your team has to go out to the free agent bench, and we'll discuss that more in depth a little later, right? There's always time for streams and stuff. Season 2 will introduce trading. The first trade window will be after the draft, before the main season, and then after that, it'll always be in that same slot. Trades have to be subjected to staff approval, but it's not the worst thing ever. Like we're not gonna beat you out of a fucking character. So
yeah, it's just to give you more flexibility, and
it's so that you're flexible.
And just it's more enjoyable too, I think.
Yeah, for sure. It allows teams to kind of cooperate without doing drop shenanigans.
Yeah, we'll probably open up a chat for that later after the
season.
Things. Yeah. And then
we'll feature a new mascot for you guys. We chose them for your first season, but that was only just because you guys weren't on teams yet. So, what does that mean for them, Adam?
Well, so this season, I know some people were saying that it kind of felt like a boon because they couldn't trade him off. A bit, yeah. And so, I know for my team, Sasuke is my guy. Yeah, and he's definitely not my best character. But going forward, you'll be able to pick whatever character you want. So for me, I'll probably pick Haku or someone like that. Yeah. So that will basically mean I can't trade Haku or get rid of Haku during the week 6 trading, but that means I'll have one less bench for her or him.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be more helpful. I think just because of this season, it kind of hindered a little bit more, but I think it should be more helpful and it's more in your favor.
Yeah, this system realize. Is like a straight up boom. It's there to give you an edge so you can use your best character more often, or the character that you find most thematic. If you think one of your characters is most fun, make him your fucking mascot. There's nothing saying that even though PTS Ino might not be the strongest character on Sugar Rush, maybe they like her the most and they want to use her the most.
Yeah, there's nothing saying that you have to use your strongest, but
yeah, it's up to you guys as teams. You'll decide them, and then that'll be your choice for the season.
Something we did miss that I want to go back on is the for the free agent draft, the reserve list, which is kind of a new thing that I haven't seen in any of the leagues.
Yeah, shit, I forgot all about that.
That's yeah. So basically, what we'll do is we'll go to every single team. We'll ask you to pick 2 characters that you would like priority on. And then, so if you have no repeats throughout the draft, you'll be able to get whichever character you want. If not, then it'll kind of go in draft order. Whoever has it first will get that character. And then if their second character, their backup character, is still there, they'll be able to get that. So basically, it's getting you priority on some characters. You might not want to pick... I know, Itachi might be, a big one, so, you might not want to pick Itachi because you might not get him.
Yeah, if 9 people claim Itachi as their reserve, it becomes what? First come, first serve?
Yeah, it's just, draft order, whoever's first.
Yeah, so... but what might happen is if somebody picks Itachi without anyone else, dibbing him but you, or let's not use Itachi, right, because Itachi's popular. let's try something like Konohamaru, right? Let's say I
Yeah.
wanted to reserve Konohamaru, and the guy who went first picked Konohamaru, and I went last, but I reserved Konohamaru and he didn't. I would get Konohamaru, right? Because I
Um.
reserved and he didn't.
So basically, how it's like written up to be is that the reserved picks will go first.
Oh,
So
okay.
so the reserved is for the draft. The draft happens if you do not get your reserve person.
Yeah, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Um.
misunderstood that. I didn't write these systems. I'm just here learning same as y'all.
But yeah, no. So it'll give you like more decision if you can get someone easier. So you'll have two options just in case your first one gets picked.
Hell yeah.
And then by that point probably everyone will have a character, but if not, then you'll just go through the draft normally and pick someone.
Makes sense. Alright guys, well, that's all we needed from you. We hope you guys have a good night. We hope you enjoy week 6 and the remainder of the league. And we hope that season 2 sees you guys winning some matches. Have a good night, guys.
See you later.